Hi everyone, this is Scott Hamilton. Thanks for watching part 2 of this video. May have an effective meetings online with video. A lot of advisors are starting to do this, and I've been talking to them and learning some things from them, and also just drawing on my own videos, which I pretty much do video conferencing every day in my coaching. And so what I wanted to do in the second part is to talk about some meeting tips. The first part was about more practical, how to set up your office, how to set up your video. Some tips there, and so if you want to watch that one, that'll also be helpful. This one's more about how to keep people engaged, things to do actually on the meeting to help your clients. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to talk about being able to teach your clients. So know what your meeting interface is, know what it looks like on a phone or a tablet. You may be using a computer, but your clients might be using their phone or their tablet. And you want to make sure that you know what their interface looks like so you can help them through it. They have a question about how to navigate or how to turn on the video or whatever, you'll be able to know how to say, this is how you do it. The other thing, set your expectations low. Okay, tell people, hey, this is new technology. I'd rather be meeting face to face, but this is all we got, and this is better than just the phone. So let's work on it. Let's make it work. Most people are getting much better at Zoom, because they're doing meetings with their friends, their family, and so forth. So should be pretty easy to get into. Some things to practice. Practice sharing your screen. Practice going forth between the screen share and the main screen. So I'm going to just do that. So here I am back on the main screen, that everything's gone. The point of a video is to see you. So make sure that you're not just a little icon off to the right. Make sure that you're there and that they can see you. Obviously, I'm using slides in this presentation, so I'm going to be a little bit over here on the corner, but you get the idea. Practice going back and forth. Learn how to send a request to turn on the video. In Zoom, it's easy, but a lot of times your clients will come in. They won't know their video is off. So you'll see it because you won't see them, but there's a simple way to send them a message. It'll pop up on their screen, and they'll click it, and they'll show video. Okay. Some things to do with your meetings, always have an agenda. All right. In Pareto, we are preaching this all the time. Make sure every meeting is agenda driven. Your clients love it. They know what's going to happen. We can always add items to the agenda, but always have one, whether you send it, show it on the screen, whatever. Use visuals, right? If you're trying to make a point and you think a visual would be helpful, it's good for engagement to occasionally have a slide that's colorful, that attracts their attention. Okay, make sure if you've got documents that you want to go through, whatever they are, fee documents or next step documents, have them lined up just like you would in your meeting folder if you were meeting face to face. This is no different. You want to be organized, you want to be professional, you don't want to be looking around for things. So be prepared. A couple of don'ts. Don't use documents with a lot of charts or small print. Don't use documents with a lot of print. And don't use documents with a lot of ideas on one page. So I'm probably pushing it with 3 ideas on one page, but I know you can handle it. But when you're trying to get a point across with your client, just try and do like 1 idea per page. For engagement, some strategies to keep attendees engaged. 1, short meetings. That's number 1. Try and keep your meetings as short as possible. I'd rather have a few short meetings than 1 really long one. And tell your clients that. Tell them the reason you do this is because you've learned that you'll each be more productive if you have a short meeting. Use visuals, we talked about that. Lots of open-ended questions, right? We've all had cases where we've been on a conference call, and if truth be told, we're probably not paying that much attention. Open-ended questions will draw your clients back in. Video will draw your clients back in. That's why I said, if you've got a slide, put it up, but then go back to the main screen video so that you can keep your eyes on them and what they're doing. Use polls if it's appropriate. I have one advisor I'm working with who said he's turned the Pareto What's Important to You document into a poll. And he has the clients go through it online now when he's onboarding a new client to find out what's important to them. It gives them a chance to be engaged and to talk amongst themselves, gives the advisor a break. Okay, think about how you could use polls. Content, if it's not interesting, don't use it. We don't need content just for the sake of content. So make sure you ask yourself before you put something on the screen, is this going to be really impactful? If it is, use it. A couple things that you want to watch out for. When you're switching screens, and this is why practice will help you, make sure that you practice and you're not going to go show a screen that you don't intend, like something you have open with another client's information on it. Okay, which leads me to number 2. Close all applications that you don't need for the meeting. That way, you're not going to accidentally bring up an Excel spreadsheet with another client's balance sheet on it. Okay, and then the third thing, occasionally you're going to get a bad connection. It's unavoidable. Everybody's home, everyone's downloading movies, we're trying to work, right? That's going to interfere with our connections. But what I found is if you log off and log back on, that fixes most problems. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. If you're using Zoom, there's 2 options to leave the meeting. One is to leave the meeting, the other is to end the meeting for everybody. You just want to leave the meeting and come back in, right? When you go back in, you'll just come right back in using the same login information that you had, and that'll work perfectly for you. If that doesn't cure the problem, have your client or your prospect log off and come back in. Sometimes it's going to be a problem on their end. And again, just reestablishing that connection will usually fix it. Okay, just a couple of final things. Dress appropriately. An advisor told me the other day that he had a Zoom meeting, several Zoom meetings with a client. He always has a shirt with a collar. The client, or rather the prospect at the time, had these meetings with him, but was also talking to somebody else. My client got the deal, and the reason he asked the client, why'd you pick me? The guy said, every time I called, we did a video call, you were dressed, you were professional, you were organized, your office space was clean, and I could see it. The other guy just talked to you on the phone, and he seemed very nice, but like one time, I think he was pumping gas while he was talking to me, and I just didn't feel like he was engaged or that I was important or I had the attention the way that you made me feel. Video is powerful, so get dressed every day. For guys, if you don't have a beard, shave. Look professional. Start on time. If your client's late, that's a different story, but you need to be there on time, ready to go. Stay engaged, right? It's hard for us sometimes to stay engaged when we're just talking to a screen, or we're talking to a picture on a screen, okay? But that's why I said keep your meetings shorter, so we'll stay engaged, stay energized. Finally, be animated, right? Yeah, you're talking to a computer screen, right? But we've got a real person on the other side. So if you're animated in real life, be animated here, okay? If you're not animated in real life, then don't worry about it. But yeah, everything we do, we need to try and get engagement, keep clients engaged, and keep that eye contact as much as possible. Look for those verbal cues. That's the value of doing this. All right, I hope this is helpful. If you have questions, or even better, if you have ideas on ways that I can improve this presentation, shoot me an email. The email's here at scott@ikvllc.com. Hope this was helpful, and good luck with all your client meetings, and just try and incorporate some video. I think you're going to find that you'll like it.